Lovely leafy greens. They have served the purpose. I have cooked with them for over a year, about a year and a half. But now they're on a down cycle. All of the soil is spent. But man, look at these lovely dishes I made with them. And this is only just like one dish, two dishes, And it's been so fun. But now I'm going to turn it into fish food. Yep, that's right. Chef Penright is going to make dope fish food because, I can do that too. You dig? What's cracking? It's your guy, Chef Penright, the Magus. So I'm going to cut all of this out. And all of this ties in to the 360 degree concept of 360 degrees of culinary. Why waste what we have? I paid like $2 for this pack of seeds right when COVID started. And now I'm going to take this same, about 6 plants, 7 plants, and I'm going to feed them to my fish because I don't want to buy fish food. Like, why buy fish food when I have fish food right here? That's just kind of like the, common denominator in my brain. And that's what I'm doing. So first we got to clean everything up, harvest everything. And that's the labor. Like, I think the thing in it, or the concept of it, is that, labor is an issue. There's groups of people that will not labor. Like, bump that labor stuff. I got the money. I'm going to pay somebody to do it. Or I'm going to pay to go get it somewhere. However, that's been our downfall. And what Executive Dishwasher 360 Degrees of Culinary is redirecting humanity to understand that, look, there has to be some labor, more labor involved than what we may have been used to. But the rewards are pretty astonishing and pretty gratifying. You get to grow something, you get to eat it, you get to enjoy it, and then as it's on its way out, you get to make fertilizer and you get to make other products. Like in my case, I have an aquaponics tank, so I'm using it to make fish food. When COVID happened, I had an abundance of food over a contract with the Houston Dynamo. And, when they closed down, I had all of this food left over from that standing contract. And I had to do something with it. So I made a boatload of fish food. That fish food has lasted me for 2 years. I haven't purchased fish food since. But now I'm running out. And now it's time to make some more. So this plant right here is a broccoli plant. It's in my aquaponics tank. It flourished and took over, dominated the whole tank, but it didn't produce any broccoli. So it guys makes fish food. That's the fish food I made back in 2020, right when the whole economy shut down. And now you see I'm at the end of that bag. So I'm gonna sacrifice this broccoli right here too, because it's not producing broccoli like how I want it to. It's sprouting florets, but the leaves are so huge and there's so much material, it's probably something with the climate or something that I'm doing incorrectly, because, I'm still kind of new at this as well. I'm like 3 years in, maybe like 5 years in on gardening, but I'm like 2 years in on aquaponics tank and what works in the aquaponics tank and what doesn't. So I'm still kind of figuring that piece out. And on this situation, my broccoli didn't work. It didn't produce any broccoli. This has really beautiful leaves and nice healthy stalks. It's a very, very healthy plant, but no broccoli. So we're going to make it fish food, and we're just going to cut it up and harvest it, and going to clear out some more room, and I can plant some other stuff. I'm going to put some basil there. I told you I'm going to do my ginger mint pesto in the book as well. Executive Dishwasher is for the kebabo dumplings, and I use a basil and mint, and so I'm growing ginger mint. And yeah, that's what. Look how healthy the roots are, yo. Like, it's super healthy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that it didn't do well, it just didn't do what I needed it to do, which is produce broccoli. And it may be something to do with the artificial light. It seemed like it grew aggressively towards the light. And then once it got up there, it started to try to produce some like broccoli florets, but then they flowered and turned yellow and nice and beautiful and everything, but not broccoli, right? So yeah. But hey, this is how you make no waste. Make no waste. That don't even make any sense. But this is how you have no waste, right? I'm not going to throw this in the trash and be like, oh well. Now some people who may not have a fish tank or may not have the capacity to make fish food, which really just means that they don't want to do the labor, because most of people in America have an oven, and then if you have an oven and a blender, you can make fish food. Like, it's really that simple. So we cut all that down, and we're going to use that because I don't want to buy fish food. I saw the fish food, I think at one of the local pet stores was like $15 or something, and I would use that every month. So basically that's a $15 a month bill, like a Netflix bill or a Spotify bill. Side note, spiders. So this is one of the downside of gardening. You're right, you're going to have bugs and pests. And in this one, there was definitely some spiders in that Swiss chard. I knew about the spiders, so I was on the lookout, bro. See that lovely green, nice chlorophyll. So this is my fertilizer. So I'm taking all of that material, blending it up, and then I'm straining out the juices. And that juice, that water, is going to go into my garden. This part, the cakey part, I'm going to bake slowly, and it's going to become fish food. So really, off of this waste, I'm going to say waste, something I'm going to discard, really becomes two different items, right? It becomes fertilizer for my garden, and it becomes fish food for my aquaponics tank. Blend everything up. You pour water, blend everything up, strain the water. Now, how well you strain it is going to determine how long it bakes. So, because basically you're just getting rid of all of the water, and you're going to have it to be like almost like a cracker. Not quite like a cracker, but almost like a cracker. And you just rinse and repeat over and over again until everything's washed out, And like I've said, it takes about an hour of labor. It took me about an hour to do all of this. So an hour of my time, however much you want to value your time as, an hour of my time to blend everything down, strain everything down, get everything cleaned up, the whole nine, right? And dodging spiders along the way. Yeah, I know. Some people can't deal with the bugs, and therefore this is unapproachable to them. But if you're going to grow food, you're going to have bugs. It is inevitable, right? They go hand in hand. And if you're growing food and bugs are not eating it, you should be alarmed, right? So why would you want to eat something that the bugs won't even eat? We are humans. Aren't we more elevated than bugs? So if bugs saying, yo, this food is garbage, then I think our elevated selves should say, yeah, this is garbage, right? So if the fact that bugs are eating your food is a good sign. So this is the start of the fish food, right? You got to put it all in the pan. That's my fertilizer. And we're going to bake this off. It's really moist right now. We're going to make it like a cracker. And we got to put it in the oven. So you see all of that green, lovely chlorophyll. And that's vital. That's vitamins and minerals that goes back into your garden. It helps your garden grow. So I set my oven on 170, pause. I have to pour me a glass of wine as a celebration. What up, Kenwood? You know what I'm saying? They not sponsoring me, but if you want to, you can surely send me some bottles. I'll surely shout you out. After you bake it for about a day, you get this. Straight up and down fish food. And this is going to probably last me for the rest of the year. I have only like 4 fish, or 5 fish or something like this. And yeah, there you go.